Hey, since 1966, Jones Hall for the Performing Arts has been the gold standard for performance venues in Houston. 250 events a year, nearly 500,000 attendees through the year. So it's no wonder it's time for an upgrade. And right now, it's in the process of what will be a $50 million upgrade for this beautiful venue. Joining me this morning are two people intimately familiar with the current plans of how all of us can help. Meg Booth is the president and CEO of Performing Arts Houston. John Mangum is the executive director and CEO of the Houston Symphony. It's officially the Margaret Alkeck Williams Chair, named for an amazing benefactor for the Symphony. I want to make sure I mention that because someone who donates the way that she has kind of deserves that. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
This is already an amazing venue. So let's talk about what's going on. Why was the need right now to go ahead and do the upgrades we're seeing now?
Well, Jones Hall opened in 1966. It's over 50 years old, and as you can imagine, there are a little work that we need to do to really keep it fresh and at the forefront of what a world-class venue should be.
Your organization is a little bit different from his organization. Tell me about your organization.
Yes, we complement each other very well. So Performing Arts Houston brings touring acts, both national and international touring acts, to Houston from around the world. So every genre could be a little bit of everything, from stomp and blue man group to orchestras or chamber music to Alvin Ailey Dance Company, a little bit of everything.
And the Houston Symphony stands on its own.
Well, thank you. The Houston Symphony is one of the country's oldest orchestras, founded almost 110 years ago. And we've been performing in Jones Hall since it opened in 1966. There's 89 musicians in the orchestra. We've got a wide range of activities out in the community. We really are one of America's great orchestras.
And may I just say that it is rare that I ever hear music as beautiful as I do when the Houston Symphony is doing it. It is an amazing organization. Thank you for what your organization is doing for this community, because you provide the salve that we need sometimes when we need to relax and enjoy. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Why is it so important for the renovations to take place right now? What kinds of things are going to be going on that will benefit the Symphony?
Well, I think it'll benefit the Symphony, but it also benefits anybody who's coming to Jones Hall. We really want to make it into a venue that, even more so than it does now, provides a superlative experience for patrons, and so that's more spaces in the lobbies, more ways to interact with the performances, better seating arrangement in the hall, better acoustics in the hall, more bathrooms. All kinds of things that will really transform that experience for people coming to the hall.
So Meg, talk about the partnership between you two that really kind of pull together what is going to be this tremendous campaign. $50 million is nothing to sneeze at.
It is. Jones Hall is remarkable because it is owned by the city of Houston for the benefit of all of the citizens of Houston. And the Symphony and Performing Arts Houston have been residents in the hall since it opened in 1966. There is an organization called Foundation for Jones Hall, which draws us together, and together we are leading this $50 million campaign to renovate the hall.
And how's the campaign work? I mean, is it ongoing now? It's continuing? You're halfway there?
We are halfway there. We've raised $25.5 million towards the $50 million goal. It is largely being led by private citizens in Houston, but we are thrilled to have a contribution from the city of Houston as well, and we're still looking for additional contributions.
Okay, well, I'm sure that all of us will want to go into our pockets right now and go ahead and try to be a part of this. But $50 million campaign, it sounds like a lot. Talk about some of the changes that are going on. I know that I've got some pictures. I saw a lot of scaffolding that's up there, and the spaces where people would sit are going to be impacted as well.
So there are improvements to the hall that support better acoustics, so meaning more sound gets from the stage to the patrons sitting in a seat there in the hall, so they really feel the impact of the performance, whether it's the Symphony or one of the music groups that Performing Arts Houston brings in to present. And then all those changes that I kind of ticked off at the beginning, new spaces in the lobby to support performances in the lobby, or exactly. So, we can bring in groups from the community to perform in those spaces, more bathrooms, better patron amenities, better flow of people around the hall, more accessibility. You know, people in 1966 didn't use the building the same way that people do now, so we want to make sure that it's an open and welcoming place for everybody in Houston, that they can get in, that they can enjoy a show. So some really transformative things going on.
So what's the Symphony been doing while all this work has been going on in Jones Hall?
So, you know, the work has been set up to happen during summers, which is great because there are some other wonderful venues in Houston. I know we've been out at Miller Outdoor Theater, we've been over at the Hobby Center, so, you know, it gives us a chance to kind of get out into some different places. We did a great series of concerts in the neighborhoods this summer while that construction work was going on.
So now we're getting ready for the fall and the winter, and you're going to be right back in there. Talk about some of the performances that are set to happen here coming up shortly.
Performing Arts Houston's first performance in Jones Hall this season is Diablo, which was an NBC America's Got Talent sensation. And they're going to be there October 14th and 15th. And we have Stomp and Blue Man Group upcoming this season in Jones Hall.
There's a lot going on, and so how do you balance out the schedule so that you have yours and you have the Symphony? So what's the Symphony's performance schedule like in Jones Hall?
So we open September 9th. We're doing a performance called Cirque de la Symphonie, so it's circus arts and the orchestra, and you've got all kinds of acrobats and trapeze artists flying over the orchestra while we perform, which is really cool. And then we welcome our new music director, Uri Valchua, on September 16th with a big performance, chorus, orchestra, Verdi's Requiem, which is an incredible experience, just overwhelming, and it'll sound even better with the acoustic improvements we've made.
I love it, I love it, I love it. How can people help raise some money? How can they help contribute?
They can go to either the Symphony's website or Performing Arts Houston's website or Foundation for Jones Hall's website and get involved. One of the things I want to mention is that we're getting ready next year to change out all of the seats in Jones Hall. So brand new seats, very comfortable. We'll have new aisles, wayfinding to seats, ADA. Access is going to be improved, so the patron, anybody coming to a performance next year is really going to notice next year, after we put in the seats next summer, really improved experience.
I love it all. I love it all. Love it all. That's all the reason more to go to the websites. I'm going to put these links on my website.
Terrific.
ClickToHouston.com. Hopefully, be able to do that on the Newsmakers page on ClickToHouston.com. Congrats on the progress so far.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me this morning.
Thanks so much, Kimbrell.
Appreciate it.